I tried to go live 3 different times this week and it just didn't happen. I have had so much company. It's been crazy. So I'm like, I'm doing this tonight regardless. So I've got my mix to mold. I ended up getting it through Hobby Lobby and I ordered it online because we don't have a Hobby Lobby near us. So I have got a whole bunch of different molds out. I don't know exactly which ones I'm gonna do, and I know I'm a little early, but we're just gonna, hey, Laura's Design Studio, welcome. So we're gonna start. So I've been wanting to do this snail in the mix to mold, and I have been scared because I was afraid to break the eyes off. These little eyes. Hello, Blessed Epoxy by Amy. So I did a video today, which is going to be out Monday, and I succeeded, guys. This is the snail. So I'm going to do another one tonight. We're going to do a different color. And okay, Laura. Yeah, because I haven't heard anything yet. So I made that, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek, but I also did this bowl. So I haven't drilled the holes yet to make it. It's going to be a plant pot, but that video is going to be out on Monday. So a little sneak peek for you guys. So we're going to make the snail, and I want to try, remember the set of 3 dragonflies that I got? Well, I want to try one in the mix to mold and see if it comes out. Because this is holographic, so I'm hoping it'll have some sort of something on it. And I am going to do this little shepherd dog mold. Okay, Laura. So I am going to do this. And I'm going to do this one in some browns and a little bit of black. We're going to try, yes, that snail. And I was so afraid when I got to the eyes. I knew everything else would unmold, but the eyes is what I was afraid of. But it came out great. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to do this one first, so it has the longest amount of time to set. And then I think I'm going to pour this cross. So if you guys have any color choices for this, put them in the comments, because I really like this mold, but it's the color schemes that I'm struggling with. I mean, I can paint it after, but yeah, I don't know like a color scheme. So if you guys have suggestions, I'll gladly take them. So those are what I know I'm doing. Hey, Mildred. And then I have a bunch pulled out on the sides of me, so who knows what we're going to do. Let's see. I'm going to start with the snail, but I think I'm going to do it in some purples. And I'm going to use the, hey, Mary Beth, the water-based pigments that is for cement and plaster that I got from Temu. So I experimented today with the fluorescents, and they weren't as vivid as I thought they were going to be mixed in with this. So I'm just going to try to pull out, see what I've got for like a purpley. Let's see, that's a purplish red. So these are my only two purples that I'm seeing in this pack. So we'll use these, and if I need to mix some blue in with it, I will. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flip you guys down, and I'm going to start mixing it up. If I miss your comments, I do go back in after my video has uploaded, and I do read all the comments, guys. Sometimes my phone will let me like scroll, and sometimes it won't. So if I miss anybody, I apologize, but I will go back in and read all the comments, because I do like to You like that cross? Yes, I do too. The colors of mine are always blues and greens. Oh, good, Anita. That's good to know. All right, so we are going to welcome everybody. I'm going to flip you guys down, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to mix the snail up first. So let me get a big cup. I'll probably use this. And I didn't measure what I have. So if I have extra, I'll pour it into the Dragonfly, and we'll maybe add like another color to it. So I am going to flip these. I'm going to move these molds out of my way, because you guys all know how messy I am. So I'm just going to try and make some room here. I'm going to pour some water in a cup, because it makes it easier for me pouring into the mix-to-mold than out of this big jug, especially since I just filled it. I do have my bucket of warm water beside me so I can rinse my stuff off. I didn't forget that this time. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna just move my bucket over here a little bit. And I think I had mixed up 8, and I had to mix up more. So we've got 2 in here. I'll dump that in, and oh, I guess I don't need 2 scoops. And then we'll just fill this cup, and then we'll slowly start mixing in the water. And we'll hope and pray that it's enough. So I'm loving these colors. The only thing I don't like about using the liquids versus a dry powder is you can't mix it up ahead of time. Like when I use the dry powder, I mix it into my white, and then if I have extra and I have to mix up more, I can just pour water and I know it's the same color. But when you're using the liquids, you can't really do that. So that's the only downside there. But I'm loving the pastel colors that it's giving me. All right, so let's get this mixed up. We'll get one started here. So, and if anybody sends any super chats or super thanks or whatever they're called, and I don't see them, I will make sure that I make a post thanking you, because I don't always see that stuff when I'm like mixing, and then I can go back after and watch the video. But yeah, sometimes I miss them, and I don't want to leave anybody out, because that is not me. All right, we're just gonna, and I didn't make this batter here really thick, but I also didn't make it really thin, because I wanted to make sure that there was enough structure for those eyes. But I didn't want it too thick either to have a chance on getting any bubbles. So it's just trying to get that consistency. And I don't measure, I just go by the way that it looks and feels. So it's kind of like a pancake batter. All right. Pour a little bit more in here. You know, like this is definitely too thick. You don't want it that goopy. So what has everybody been up to this weekend? How was your weather? We are having rain, sleet, freezing rain. It's supposed to warm back up tomorrow, so that's a good thing. But yeah, all day it's been real dreary and yuck. All right, so that's about the like a thinner pancake batter, I would say. All right, so we're gonna start with the violet. And I'm gonna see what we get for a color. Oh, that is really pretty though. Now, should I just leave it marble? That is, let me see. So if you leave it like I had it, it's a brighter color. If you mix it in, it's definitely more of a soft color. All right, I'm gonna mix this all the way in so that we have like a lavender. And I'm gonna put a few more drops and just marble this. And hopefully we get a, like a dark purple in with it, like a two-tone. So I'm just gonna mix this around. So I could leave it like this, but I'm gonna blend it a little bit more so it's a little bit more on the pastel side. And then I'm gonna pour the head first so that I can try to get the eyes squished around. Without like disturbing the marbling too much. Windy here. It's going to start raining around 3 a.m. Oh, so yeah, we're getting it now. You're getting it tomorrow. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And I'm gonna have to mix up more. So I'm just banging around to make sure that I'm not getting any bubbles. Oh goodness, that's about where I ran out today too. Was about this height. All right, so we're just I'm gonna pour some more powder in here and I'll try and get it as close to that color as possible. We'll do, I don't know, 3 scoops, I guess. So this should make like the lighter purple because I already had that purple in there. And then we can try to marble it. All right, so let's add see, we'll go with 2 drops and see how close we get. All right, that looks about right. And I'm going to put 2 squirts and slowly stir it in. Yeah, so I ended up cooking baby back ribs on the grill today because it wasn't supposed to start raining until later today, and I'm like, well, I'm cooking them on the grill anyways. I don't care. Are you kidding me? I'm still short. Oh, Lordy. All right, we're gonna do 2 scoops, and then hopefully I have enough for my Dragonfly. That I've got some white yuck in there I gotta clean out. All right, I'm gonna thicken that just a smidge. All right. All right, this is a little bit more marbled than the rest, but we're gonna just go with it here. All right, so now we've got that filled. I'm gonna try to slide this back out of my way. Because if I don't, we all know what's gonna happen. All right, let me just kind of get this powder off. All right, and I'm gonna add some of this fluorescent into this mixture just to see what it gives us for a different look, because this is pretty bright. I'll show you here in just a second. See how much brighter that is? And I'm just gonna leave it like that and hopefully have enough to fill this Dragonfly. And hopefully I can demold it without breaking it. My daughter wants some of these, but she doesn't like the resin, the feel of the resin. She likes the mix-to-mold. So she wanted these, and I'm like, well, I don't know, that's kind of thin. You know, they might break when I demold it, but I was like, well, I'll try one and see. All right, it doesn't hurt to try. And I figured this would be a nice bright color for summer. Because what I'm thinking that these are plant stakes. Somebody had mentioned it. One of you guys on my channel had said that, you know, they could probably be used as plant stakes, and I tried it, and yes, I think that is definitely what they're for. All right, so I'm making a mess here because these are thin. But I do want to fill it to the top. All right. This part can use a little bit more. Oh, I think now that's too much. All right, now, the trick is, can I move this out of my way? Oh yeah, look at that. So that, it doesn't look too much different than the snail at this point. Let me rinse this. And let me, hello, welcome everybody. No, I say, are you kidding me all the time? Oh, oh. All right, so I didn't miss too many comments. I figured I'd check while I had a second here. Yeah, so being able to wash these containers out as you go definitely is a lifesaver. Because if not, I end up with, you know, 20 cups dirtied by the end of the live. So, let's see. Which one? I just brought one down here. All right, this one here. Oh no, you got a lot of flooding there? Oh, that stinks. Yeah, that stinks. So I have my, I don't even know what you call these. I would guess oil burners, essential oil burners. They have this tin plate that goes on the top and you put the candle in here. So I've got one that is mine that I made. It's black and white. And I want to make another one to bring to the craft fair. So I am going to try and get a really good black and white marble. And out of all the pastel colors this container has, they do have one black pigment. So, and I haven't used this yet, so I figured this would be a good time. Now, this mold takes 13 ounces. So I will probably mix up 16, right around there. So I am going to grab a bigger cup, and we're going to pour the powder in. Let me just move this out of my way so I don't get powder in it. And then I'll decide. I might mix it in here. I don't know. All right, so there's 13. And, oh. And it's about 17, so we will just go with this. And then if I have any left, I can, if I can mix up my other resin quick enough, I can make this little dog. Yeah, I knew this was going to take a lot of water. But at least in this cup, I can tell if I have the 13 ounces because it says right here on the side. And I'll put you back down here, so. Okay. Just making sure I've got all my lumps and clumps out of here. Because when you pour deep like this, you've got to really make sure you scrape your bottom. And then we'll do, after we do this one, we'll do the cross. So again, any suggestion on colors, I was like, maybe do I try to do a marble color and then just like accent it? I don't know. Let's see how much we have here. We have just about 13. I'm gonna put just a little bit more in because I want to make sure that I have enough that I'm not having to add to it. Because once I marble it, I want to be able to pour it all in one go. Because we are going to get some gray, I know that, but I also want the black to really show up if possible. All right, so that is 13. And I'm gonna move my powder so I have a spot over here that I can move it to. All right, let me get the mold. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll start with like 9 or 10 drops. All right, so I've got that mixed, but I do want to add a little bit more so that I have that more defined black in there as well without trying to over mix. All right, we're just gonna leave it like this. And we're gonna, because when I did mine, I ended up with a big white spot in the front. The rest of it marbled good, but I had like a white area in the front. Oop. So this could hold a little bit more. Oh. All right, I'm just gonna add a little bit. Like I'm thinking like 1 scoop is all it's that close. And I know this will be a different marble than the rest of it, but I do want it to, yeah, and now I'm gonna have too much because I poured too much water. All right, let me put some black. And we're just gonna go with it. There we go. So it has a good marble to it. All right. I'm gonna slide this back. And I'm gonna try to mix up some white real quick. And we'll put a little bit of brown in it, if that doesn't sit up in my cup. It's still liquidy. So I'm trying to utilize it so that I can pour it in the dog. I wish I could buy this mix-to-mold by like a 50-gallon drum, because I bought 4 containers and I'm already going to be going into my second bucket here. All right, so let's put some brown, no, we're going to use the resin-Crete pigment. And let me see what I get. All right. And all right, so it doesn't have a lot of like black or gray, but it does have some. So that's why I wanted to put a little bit in here. And this is more of like a dark gray than actually a black, so all right. Now, I'm running out of room here, guys. Slide this back. I can slide these over now. They've firmed up. And I've got this left. What? Do I try to go for a wood grain on this? That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, let's see. Let me get that out of my way for now, and I will just mix the rest of that. Well, we'll see how far we get with this. I'm not sure this is going to be the first time that I'm actually going to be bringing them to a craft fair. I have a feeling they're going to, because resin feels cheap. When people pick it up, it's lightweight, you know, which has its purpose, which is good. But this feels like, you know, it's that heavy duty, and you don't have to worry about it warping when it's really hot out if your event is outside. So I'm kind of hoping that they do. So that's why I want to have enough of a few different types of pieces to see if that does work. And I am going to mix some of this. This is just oxide powder that I got on Amazon. It's just for, it's to color concrete. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how they sell as well. Now, if I pour some of this in here to use it up, maybe we will get a two-tone brown. Kind of like a reddish brown. And I'm gonna add come on. Why are you not wanting to squirt out black? Well, I guess that's telling me that we're not putting black in there. So we will just go with a brown. I was gonna have like black lines going through it, but barely any came out, so. All right, we're gonna go with this. I don't know, we'll see. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. All right, I had a little something in there, and I don't know what it was. But I was like, if I could get this to almost look like a wood grain, that would be kind of cool. And it's not full, and that's fine. I'm just gonna go with what we have here. I'm not gonna add to it because this is a fairly deep mold. Okay, let me put that in there. And I do wanna, should have done that on the dog too, because I forgot. The last time I did it, I had a bubble in his tongue. So hopefully we don't have a bubble in his tongue. All right, let's slide this over. Put those in the water. Oh, crap, I forgot to bring myself down a drink. I forgot. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Laura. Yes, you caught my live. Oh, gray with turquoise marbling. Oh, I should have checked first. That would have been gorgeous. So we'll try this, and then the next time we can try the turquoise. So this is setting up really nice. It looks like we've got some definite marbling going on, so hopefully. And this is looking really promising with the, it's got that black in it. So hopefully that works good. Let me see. Let's see. The last time I did this in the mix-to-mold, and I haven't tried another one since. This is the one where you put the test tube in. And I don't know why, but it bowed out. So I do want to try it again. And I'm trying to think of what colors I have. Why don't we do... We got a tangerine. Let me see. I'll do... Do I have a turquoise in this group of colors? Let's see. I have green and jade blue, which maybe if we mix them together, we will get a turquoise. Yeah, why don't we do that? And I don't remember how much these take, but I've got to put this little stopper in. And I think this is what went wrong the last time. I don't think I had them in there properly. All right, so that is in there, nice and snug all the way around. I'm not going to overfill this one because that might have been the problem when it got up here. It started pushing out. So, yeah, we're gonna, let's open up our other box here. So when this is how they come from Hobby Lobby. And when I order them anywhere else, they come just the bucket in a loose box. So they're flying all over the place. Sometimes the cover is off. So yeah, I don't know. This is the way to ship them for sure, because they make it in one piece. So, I don't know if any of you that are on here saw my video with the solar frog. I am going to be doing a bunch more of those. But I was wondering if you guys would like for me to show you how I made the plug for it. Because it's pretty primitive, but it worked. All right, I'm thinking, let me see, what am I thinking? You like that video? I was like so nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this gonna even work? But, so what I'm gonna do with them is, we just bought a new pool, and it's just like one of the, It's not an Intex. It's like a step above it. You even like the color? Yeah, I wish it was a little bit lighter though. So we bought a new pool because ours crapped out last year. And I bought these last year. I had taken a pool noodle and we had cut them in like little sections. And then we zip tied it to the railing on the pool. And we put the solar light in there around the pool. And it looked really good, but it was like kind of ghetto, you know. It was like, we get the... Well, this year I found on Amazon, it's like a wristband. Okay, Donna, awesome. It was like a wristband. And in the top of the wristband is where the solar light goes. So it was a 6-pack for, I think, $15.99 on Amazon. So I ordered that when I ordered the pool so that, you know, nothing sold out once hot weather gets here. So I'm going to make one of them frog, well, there might be frogs and turtles because I did get 3, they're like a plasticky at one of our discount stores, tortoises, and they're really, really cute. I want to mold them, and if I can, one of them is going to be difficult because he's standing up, so the silicone's going to go underneath his belly, and I'm going to have to cut that out. So I already know that one's going to be a problem for me because I am so new at making molds, it's crazy. And if I can get it to come out, then I want to make a bigger plug to go in that so that I could have like a frog and a turtle and a frog and a you know, different things around the edge of the pool. I think would be really cute, especially at night when everything is glowing. So that's why I tried to come up with that solar light because, I mean, obviously I don't have an in-ground pool, so I can't like put them in the bottom like people do when they have an in-ground pool. But I did want to be able to... Jen got the daisy mushroom thing to make the... Yes! My daughter has like a mushroom thing too, so I'm going to try making it, so we'll see. I've just got to get some more silicone, and then I'm going to try... I've got... One's a frog, like 2 frogs and an upside-down plant pot, and then the other 2 is a smaller tortoise and a bigger tortoise. So I don't know if I'm going to do 2 at a time or 1 at a time, but I am going to do it. So I will try to videotape it. I'll probably start with the smaller one first to make sure that I can get it out. And, you know, then I'll do the video. But if they come out and I can make castings of them, then I will definitely be making a light base thing to put in there. So I'll show you how I get to the different sizes that I'm going to need. So I'm thinking 8 ounces for this. All right, so I'm going to use a different cup. All right, let me tip you back down. Let me see if I missed any more. Okay, no missed comments. All right. And like I said, if you hop on and I don't say hi, it's because I'm not seeing the comment, but I do go back and watch and read all of your comments, guys. I love, love reading your comments. I don't always respond to every single one of them because sometimes it's late at night when I'm in bed watching, so, but I do heart them for sure. All right, we're gonna go with a little bit more. All right, so let's just put this on the floor. We'll start mixing this. All right, so we've got our green and what other color did I say? The jade blue. These two might make a good teal color. All right, so I'm gonna move this back. I'm gonna get some water going. Get my stick out of my water. Okay. And hope and pray I mix up enough. Oh yeah, so all of you that commented on the key holder, thank you so much, because when I brought it upstairs, I was showing my husband and my son was like, well, aren't those the key holders, the keychain part? And I'm like, oh, maybe. He goes, just put a round thingy in there. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so thank you. I was just a little slow on that one. But I think it's because I had seen a picture somewhere with something sticking out of the hold to hold the key. Because my thinking is, if you put the hook to hang it on the wall, it's going to be sticking out, and then when you slide those keys in and out, it's going to be loose. So I'm still toying around with a fix for it. All right, let's see here. How much do we have? And one with no ounces. So we've got almost 200 milliliters, which is like 7 ounces. I think that will be good. All right, so we're gonna mix. This is jade blue. We'll do 2 drops of that, and we'll do 2 drops of this green. So that way it's equal parts, and we will see what color we get. Guys, I am thinking that's really, really close. I'm thinking maybe 1 drop more of green. Pretty close to a turquoise. Like half a drop of the blue. You know, it depends, do we want a turquoise blue or turquoise green? But I think this is really close. All right, let me move some stuff. And if it's not turquoise, it's a beautiful minty color anyways. And I'm gonna be short. I'm trying to get it over that little plug thing. All right, so let's just set that there. I'm gonna throw some 1, 2 scoops maybe? Maybe 2 scoops. A little bit of water. All right. All right. 2 green and 3 blue, because we did add a little bit more blue to that, so. Oh, and this is way too dark. This is actually the kind of the turquoise I was going for. Crap. I've got some white. I never thought I'd have to open the white, but I need to definitely lighten that. Oh my word. Why must it be so difficult? I know it's going to happen. I can feel it coming in my bones. That squirt thing is going to squirt right off of there. The whole thing and all the white's going to go in there. Why? All right, I'm just gonna. Oh, lordy, lordy. I'm gonna put some more powder and some more water. Let's see if we can lighten this up. And then I'll be finding another mold. Does anybody else end up being completely covered in powder when you get done working with this stuff? Or is it just me? Am I just that messy? Do we have white in here? Of course not. All right, well, this one is going to be a two-tone because it'll just have a little bit different on the back. All right. And now what? Can I pour this in? I did want to make a new pot thing to put my toothbrushes and stuff in my bathroom. So I know we got to add some more powder to this. And then we should be able to start demolding some of these here. And I'm going to add more green because I want it to be more of a greeny color. All right, let's see what we get with that. All right, let me move that tack before I stick my hand in it. And I'm gonna put a good squirt of the green. Yeah, it's almost like a, let me see. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue in there. I changed my mind. I want it for my downstairs bathroom. I have one bathroom is green and one is blue. So I just changed my mind a little bit here. Kind of like an ocean color right now. There, I think that'll be good. I wanted a different shade. I didn't want too many things of the same color. All right, let's see. Hope and pray we have enough. So I'm gonna pour a little bit and then I'm gonna squish it around because this has like little bumps all over it. And I wanna make sure that I get no bubbles. All right, and now I'm missing a mold. I had it was like a shell like this, and it was flat, and I cannot for the life of me find that mold, because I've been wanting to use that and turn it into like a soap dish. And yeah, for the life of me, I have not been able to find it. And I found one candle holder, but it ain't gonna do me any good if I can't find my other one. Here it is. All right, so I try to keep like smaller things in the drawer next to me. It's like a little, it's just a cheapy Walmart three drawer plastic storage thing. So I haven't made these in a while. These are actual like candle holders. So let's see. That is kind of a bright blue. It's a pretty blue, don't get me wrong. It's just bright. So I'm trying to get them so that they're somewhat even. All right, I think. All right. Put that in the water so it doesn't harden up. There we go. Let me wash my hands in this water. All right. And then I'll try to clean up some of the mess, and we can start trying to demold some of these because it's been an hour. All right. This. All right. I'll move some stuff around. All right, so those are going to be the last to get demolded. My gosh, I am a mess. All right, this is still warm. This one's cool. Let's start with this one and then this one. All right, so and it's already broke. It already broke right there. Oh, that's what I thought was going to happen with these. I mean, I can glue it, but let's just see if we can get the rest of it out without breaking. Who in the crap is walking up there? Oh. So the holographic did not show up at all. Let me find my knife so I can just trim some of this little overage here. But it's really pretty. It's just we don't see any holographic at all. So I can definitely glue it together. That's for sure. I can fix it once it dries. I can't do anything now. It's gotta, all the moisture's gotta come out. But so what I'm gonna do is, you know, the plastic. You've never used this product before? Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you do, you're gonna be, it's addicting because it's so fast. You know the tape that you use when you mud sheetrock? They have the paper tape and then they have the, like the mesh tape. I'm gonna have my husband get the roll of mesh tape out. And when I'm doing these little intricate things and I want to do them in the mix to mold, I'm going to put some of that in there. So see, I'm going to be able to glue that and it's not even going to show, but look at how pretty that is. But yeah, no holographic at all. I know I had made something with this with holographic and it showed, but in this mold, it's not. But it's beautiful. So, I've just got to find a safe spot to put this so that it doesn't break anymore. All right, I'm just going to set it right here on the corner of my desk. And yeah. All right, so let's see how little Mr. Duke came out. Not quite the color I wanted, but we have our cute little so the colors didn't work. I have one big bubble there and one on each of the ears. So this was the first one that I had done. So now we have a pet. We have a set. Yeah. And this was in mix2mold too. So I haven't poured him in resin yet, so that'll probably be coming up soon. But at least his tongue, he doesn't have a tongue, whereas this one you can see like it's a broken tongue. So this one just doesn't look, it just looks like it's his face. So yeah. So yeah, well, one kind of failed. Yeah, it's okay. Nothing spectacular. I hate it when I make something and it doesn't come out right. This one is pretty cool. All right, let's do the cross. So this should demold really, really easy. I'm just going to go around and loosen it up. And hopefully we have no bubbles in the Jesus part. Because I don't want Jesus to have bubbles. I really don't. Oh, he came out good. He came out really good. There's a few bubbles in his face, but I like how the marbling. So basically, I think what I'll do is I will do his drape, his the crown, and the stakes in the hands, and I think that's all I'm gonna do to this. There are some glitter from when I had poured last time, but he came out pretty good. So this is definitely one of the better ones I've done on this cross, because I love it, but I just like am at a loss of what color do I do, you know what I mean? So I'm liking that. So we'll do something with him in a minute here. We'll get our pieces all open, and then we'll put a little bit of sealer and, all right, let's see what kind of two-tone disaster here. It's not too bad. The two different colors is barely noticeable. So that's a plus. All right, let me flip this back and let's get our little rubber doohickey thing out. And I'm just gonna just lightly it's not sharp at all, but I'm just trying to get it a little bit more flush, that's all. Oh, that's pretty. And let me grab my little test tube. Okay, so this one worked perfect. This one is nice and straight. Yay! So yeah, I think it was because I didn't have that plug thing in all the way. All right, so I'm gonna just put this back in here so that I don't scratch these. And then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. I think on this one, I'm just going to leave it plain. Last time I put rhinestones on it, and I think this one I'm just gonna leave very basic because it is pretty. It's got a little bit of marbling in it. All right, let me move this over. Oh, I wanna put that with it. Okay. I'm saving the snail for last because I'm scared. Just because I succeeded today doesn't mean that I'm gonna succeed tonight. All right, let's get this big beast out. And hopefully, I think these and the propagation pots, I think will sell good at like craft fairs, especially if I put a plant like in the propagation little tube. Ooh, okay. See how I mean right here in the front? For some reason, that one spot wants to like be a solid color. Everything else is marbled beautifully. I don't get it. I mean, look at the sides. It's like that one spot. And that's where it did it on mine as well. But I could let's see. You know, we could actually add a few like little stickers to it, but I don't know because you're gonna see the plastic. I wished I had some small DTF stickers because that, I think that would work better. Oh, that would have been pretty if they were smaller. Let's see, do I have any smaller ones? Of course not. That one would be, let's see. What do you guys think with these two birds? Let me cut around the sticker so you can see exactly. I just have to put it at an angle. And I'll go back and read the comments here in a minute. Or should I just leave it plain? All right, let's see. Something like that. What do you guys think? Yay, nay, leave it plain, put the sticker. Let me check the comments. Oh. No, Keith, I have not. I tried the liquid paint once, the acrylic paint, and it didn't, oh, put a bee on it if I had a bee. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are liking the way the cross came out. All right, so I'm going to have to seal it before I can put the sticker, because if I don't, it won't stick. So let me put this back over here, and because I still got the snail in my other pot. So let's get the rest demolded, and then, all right, this should demold fine. I just hope there's not a lot of bubbles. So this one here, because it's going to go in the bathroom, I would seal this like 3 or 4 times, just to make sure that it is waterproof. All right. Doesn't look like we got too many bubbles. Tomorrow it's gonna take me like 2 hours in here just putting molds away. All right, so let's see here. That's the side. Decal on the gray. Okay, yes, all right. So this is that blue one. And I have like a little bubble there and a little bubble there, but other than that, this came out awesome. No bubbles in the top. Yay! All right, let's get our Now I didn't do the bottoms of these. I just figured these could be little Tealight holders. Like I had made a set once and it came out and I didn't like the way they came out, so I painted over them. But this isn't bad. There's no bubbles. Very spring-like. You know what? This could be... Do I have any of my little birds down here? Do I have any little birds? Birds, where are you? Let me look in my box here real quick. Oh, I don't. All right, nope. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to start making some more of the little birds, because we could put little birds in here and it could be like a little bird bath. That would be cute. Yeah, that would work. We could use these as like little bird baths. Or I could, you know, make the bottoms and make them actual candle holders. Or we could just put tea lights in these. Because when I spray seal these colors will darken up a little bit. So this is the second one. This one came out a little bit lighter. And all this will even out once this completely, you know, dries. All right, so we've got one more. We have got one more, and that is our snail. Oh, Lord, please be with me. I don't want to break his eyes off. And I'm going to wash my hands again because that is a very light color, and I don't want to get my yucky paws on the purple, because it will stain right now. It's because it's still that fragile. So when you're taking this out, you want to remember that any color will transfer and you will not be able to wipe it off. It's not like resin that you can wipe it off this until you have sealed it. Once you've sealed it, then it's a little bit easier, but in the beginning it is not it's not the easiest. But I will show you here. All right. The head comes out good. It's the eyes that I'm scared. So I will show you how I did the other one once I get the head off or out. Yeah, we don't want the head off. We just want it out. So I'm just slowly going up over the head part. Okay. So now we've got just the eyes left. So how I did it is I put my finger on the top. Are you kidding me? And I already broke one off. All right, hang on. So I pushed my finger as I pulled this slowly up. so that it couldn't move sideways, like I had pressure on it, and then slowly lifted it up by keeping my thumb on top of the eye as I was getting it to the top. All right, can I pop the other one out is my, so I don't break that. I knew it would. Well, you can watch my video on Monday. I didn't glue it on. I did not break it on the one I did today. All right, I'm just gonna, there. So, I just pushed my finger down. Let me get this piece out and then I'll show you. So I will be able to glue this on, but I won't be able to glue it until tomorrow because there's still too much moisture in here right now. Okay, got the eye out. So let's flip this guy back the way he's supposed to be. Oh. All right. So let's look at the rest of him, because he is really, really pretty. And he shines up so nice. Now, it's where I had to add more, it looks like there's like a crack all along the bottom, and it's not. It's just the two different colors. So, yeah, somebody might not buy it for that, but we can definitely put the little eye back on. So, it's not a complete loss. We'll just glue it back on like that, and it will be good. So I'm going to put that in there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal the front of this so I can put the sticker on. And I'm going to seal just the top of my cross so that I can get some little accent things going on. So I'll show you how I do that for those of you that are new. I don't use a brush, I use a gloved finger. So I just put my cheap old gloves on. And for this I use, that snail mold is so cute. So I'll maybe keep that one and put a plan in it for me where I broke the eye. But I use this if, like, when I'm doing a live and I want to finish something right off the bat, because this soaks in really quick and it dries really quick. And then after I spray seal all of my items. I don't, that's just how I do it, and I've had really, really good luck doing that. So I'm just going to put a little bit in this cup so that I can dip my fingers in. Because like I said, I'm just going to do this, the surface. All right. And now we'll let that this one dry. So you can see how shiny it is, and there's no fingerprints, and there's no brush marks. And then I'll do the same for this guy. I'm just gonna do the top, and then I will be able to put the sticker on that one. And this way here, I'm getting the areas that I know that I want to like add some color. I'm just going to do a little bit of the side so we don't have a definite line. And that way when I spray it, like in between his legs and all that, will get sealed in. All right, and that's all I'm going to do is I'll finish these two. All right, so this is already dry, not sticky no more. So let's get our little birds, our little birds. Wow, and I actually even scented it fairly good. And there we have it. So once this is all dry and I go around and I sand the back of the edges and stuff, I'll wipe it all down and then I'll just spray a clear coat right over the sticker, right over everything. But that came out really, really nice. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so this one here, I don't want silver. Let's see, is this the fine tip and the gold? All right, so we are gonna put the little spikes So I do have another cross mold coming. I placed an order with Shein, whatever it's called. And I'm just waiting to get that. So I do have a few new molds in there. All right, so we're gonna just do, I guess we're gonna do the crown of thorns in the gold as well. Because I don't want to take away like too much of I'm trying to see how the thorn, okay, they're indented. And let's see. I have to hold it at like the right angle in order to see where the thorns are. I think that is going to be just enough. Do I put this in gold, guys, just so that it matches instead of white, or should I do the white? Let me hold it up so you can. So we've got his little hands and we've got his little spike in his foot. We have got the crown. Should I do this in the gold to bring it all in, or should I do it, or just leave it? Well, let me know, guys. Anybody have any suggestions? It is so pretty. I don't know if I should just leave it gold on here. That's kind of what I was thinking too, just to kind of have it stand out. Let me get my other gold marker while you guys are still commenting, giving some suggestions. Let's see. This is the flat tip. Yes, on the gold, okay. All right. So let me flip you down so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm using the flat tip so I can kind of go over the, like the higher spots. Yeah, like I said, I have a cross coming. I can't remember if it's just one or two. All right. Should I do the sides or not? I guess I should. Just the higher spots. Just to, I guess, tie it in. And then I will definitely have to do a second coat. Yeah, because I knew silver was not gonna match with these colors for sure. if I had done a black and white marble, then I probably would have done it in silver. All right, I think that is just enough, guys. What do you think? You can see just a faint on the sides. It's not like boom in your face. But I think that is just enough. And he does have a bubble in his nose. But I think I'm just gonna leave it like neutral like that. And then I will put a little hanger on the back so that it can be hung up on the wall, but yeah. So yeah. So yeah, these are our projects for tonight, guys. And I'm sorry it took me so long to go live again, but let me just go through, show you the pieces again. So this is our little dragonfly, and I will get him glued. So that was that one. And then we had Mr. Snail with our little broken eyeball. But I mean, it fits right on there to the point you won't even, I don't even think you're gonna even notice it. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. And this, I think I am going to just leave plain. I don't know. I was thinking maybe like a butterfly or something in the bottom, but I don't know. I think we'll leave it plain, and then I'll be able to tell, you know, at the craft fair too, what sells, what doesn't. If they're blinged out, they sell better than if they're plain. Or so there's that one. Then there's my little pencil holder or whatever, toothbrush holder. And this does have a lid that goes with it. I just didn't do the lid. And you can see how it's kind of oblong because I don't have a plug to put in here to keep it round. So I will be making one in the mold. And then we have our two little Tealight holders, which are cute, just like this. These would actually be cute like in a tray on either side with like some sort of statue in the middle or something like that. I think that would be cute too. And then we have our cross that we just finished. Oh, and I almost forgot a little doggy. He definitely has either been rolling in the mud or his colors are kind of funky. But I'll probably end up brushing over him with one of my paint markers and darkening this paint because it came out way lighter than I wanted it to. And then we have our gorgeous, which I didn't even show you with the little metal thing on it. I brought it out, but I didn't put it on. So this goes like this. And then you put your Tealight here, and you put your either a wax tart or essential oils in the top, and you have a beautiful, actually I have a Tealight right here. Let me grab it. So yeah, just you put that in there, and then you light it, and then you have the scent on the top. But I think this is really pretty on here. I think that finished it off. So yeah, that is what we got for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'm going to try to go live again next week. I don't know what day, because it depends, you know, how much company I get. But I do have videos already set for tomorrow and Monday, so I've got that. I'm slowly getting ahead, and I will go through and I'll read all the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging with me, and I will see you guys all on the next video, guys. Bye. Have a rest of your weekend. Be fantastic, guys. Bye.